Right, what's on the bench? So, as being a YouTube content creator, I have things I need like cameras and audio and stuff. And this is actually I have two of them. This is a piece of equipment that I've kind of learned to love for my audio work. So I use a lavalier mic. I use a Rode lavalier mic. And instead of using a wireless system to the camera, you have to have a transmitter on your body anyway. And these things are actually smaller and lighter than a transmitter would be, like a Sennheiser transmitter would be. And these are digital recorders. So I just go ahead and I record the audio on these, and then mix them with the camera. And so I have gone through quite a few of these. This one's got bad switches. The switches no longer work on the front, so that makes it difficult to use. And this one will no longer connect to the computer. Now these are kind of cute little devices. I think these still have battery in them. Yeah. Configure settings. Okay, I don't care. Oh, this was the one with the bad switches. I can't even demo that one. Let's see if this one will turn on. Hello. And this one won't even turn on. Okay, well anyway. So the way that you use these is there's a display. I can show you on the one I've got. Anyway, there's a display on the front, right? I don't think you can see that. Anyway, you can record, you can do all kinds of cool stuff with them, and then when you take them over to the computer, normally you would figure out where the connector is and you would plug the connector into these, right? Well, these have the connector built into them. One of the reasons I really like them is they have this USB-A connector that just comes in and out of the device itself, so you can plug it right in the computer. So you don't have to find a cable. It's all self-contained. So yeah, one of the reasons I really like these devices. It is a weak point of the devices because it's moving in and out. You could have maybe problem with the connector. I think the one that won't connect any longer, I think maybe the flex cable broke inside it. I don't know. And then obviously switches always go bad on everything you own. So I think both of these devices failed because of mechanical reasons. They don't make this one any longer. This is the Sony ux560, but they moved to the ux570, which you can still get. The 570 is basically the same thing, and so they have a whole series of these. I like these because they are also have a rechargeable battery. A lot of the digital recorders have a external battery, like a AAA battery you have to put in or something like that. I like these because it makes my workflow really easy, right? I have the connector built in, so when I plug it into the computer and while I'm downloading and editing the image, it's charging up the device. So by the time I've edited the program, edited the video, and get the video uploaded to YouTube, I'll unplug it. Now it's all charged up again. So no extra steps required. I don't have to think about, oh, am I charged? Am I not charged? So they've worked really, really good. They have internal storage. I forget how many gigabytes of internal storage, but they also have a little place for a micro USB card. I'd probably taken them out of here. Yeah. Anyway, the micro USB card goes in there. I find that I don't need that card for the videos I do. There's plenty of room on these things. I have had to use them in the past, though. Sometimes the machine will get all messed up as it ages, and for whatever reason, I can't get the connection. Like this one, that's the one with bad switches. This one said won't connect. So because I can't connect, I had audio on here and I needed to get it out. What I did was I put in a micro USB card, and then I could use the switches. This one had good switches. I used the switches to say copy the internal memory to the SD card, and then I could pop out the SD card and go read it out. So that's a nice feature as well. And if you get record a really, really, really long time, you could use the card. Anyway, I thought today I would open up at least one of them and take a look at what's inside. Let's do the one that has. Let's see. This one I might be able to fix in the future. So who knows? Anyway, let's do this one. Don't connect. I think it's a mechanical issue on this one, and I don't know how to open these up, but we will find out. I'm assuming these things are just glued once they're at a price point where you're just. I think the price of these retail is about $150, something like that. I always look for sales and stuff. The last one I purchased was a Amazon refurbished unit. And I bought the ux560 for $45 or something like that. That was a good deal. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, here we go. Here's what's inside. Let's zoom down on it here. Yeah, this is the mechanism that goes in and out. So must be a little ribbon cable on it, but I don't see it. Here's a what appears to be the speaker. ARM processor. Yeah, a lot of stuff packed in here. Yeah, let's take out some screws and try to go in deeper. Oh, there was a screw there that I broke taking it off. So there's a clue. Ah, there's a rubber foot. So you'd have to take the rubber foot off, and then there's two screws. So if that's good. If I work on this one, I can take this off, get to the screws, and that will. I don't know why I would work on it. They're just cheap enough to buy, and I don't want to risk losing audio in the middle. If you're a YouTube content creator, you learn very quickly that audio is very key. You need good audio. I don't know if I have the best audio, but I think it's acceptable. And then once you get audio, you have to maintain that audio sound. So you don't want to change microphones. You want your audience to always hear you the same way. You notice a difference between when I go over to the microscope, I use a different audio setup there, and my voice does sound different. It actually sounds more natural on that system. I have to, using the lavalier mic, it doesn't pick up as much bass. And, oops. So I have to be aware of the EQ. Yeah, a lot of behind the scenes stuff in making videos. Which is one of the reasons my videos are not polished. People always say, oh, you should have a script and you should be this and you should do that. If making of videos becomes the main item, I will quit. I need that main item being the actual fun in the garage, the actual electronics. If I'm not having fun, I'm not gonna. I don't do this as a profession. I don't want to be a YouTuber, really. I want to play in the garage, and I have the amazing I'm always at constant amazement that I get paid to do my hobby. And I get to share it with other people. And I get real enjoyment when somebody learns something. I do like teaching. So it is a very good hobby. All right. Yeah, this is becoming a little more difficult. Here we go. Let's get another spudging tool or something. Let's see here. Things are just kind of glued in here. Oh, there's another screw hidden down there. Probably can't see anything I'm doing here. Yeah. Just yakking away. Yakking away. There we go. Oh. Well, I can see why these things are expensive. I mean, they're not all that expensive. I think if you go onto AliExpress, you can find oh, there's another screw. $19, $12 audio recorders. They're probably just one IC inside. This has got all kinds of stuff inside. Come on. You can do it. My fat finger's out of the way. All right, there we go. It's a pretty big speaker for this little thing. And I think we're glued in down at the bottom. Yeah, there we go. All right. Got one more ribbon cable. We got a couple. There we go. So this is a stereo recorder. It's got two microphones built in. I never used the built-in mics. I just used the lavalier. But yeah, there we go. Nice speaker. All right, let's just go ahead and surgically remove the speaker. And there is the battery. And here's this weird mechanism for the... I guess that's the ribbon cable there for that. Interesting. I don't know if I can... get that mechanism out or not. Oops, I broke something. That gets it out. Oh man, this thing was really packed in there. Okay, there. Woo! So here's the keyboard. Little boingy boingy ones. So I guess they just mechanically stress out. Not a very big battery, but it doesn't need a lot. It's 230 milliamp hours. Yeah, but it lasts a long time. Huh. Huh, interesting. Okay. Let's take a look at this thing. Wow. Components front and back, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. Yeah, there we go. Wow. Sony ux560/565. I've never heard of a ux565. It was a Japan unit. Yeah, all kinds of stuff here. There's a little label on this part here. ARM, some type of ARM processor, and then this is probably the audio stuff here. Huh. Well, let's take a closer look. All right, here we go. Here's the ARM. And here are the little microphones, left and right. They'd be tiny. And here's the magic I see here. Where's my magnifier so I can read it too? Something I don't recognize. KLM4G1 FETE. I don't know. Or an HN2KCMJ7N. I don't know. Anyway, can you read? There we go. Can you read that one? I don't know what that chip does, but it probably does everything. Probably does everything. A few more things on the bottom side. Are we focusing here? Nah. Lots of stuff. So, you know, if it's just a recorder, you would think it would just be like one IC, but obviously Sony wanted to spend a lot of money and make a good one. They have a history of digital recorders, and this is kind of their professional grade, more professional grade one. They do have a real fancy one, the A10. That's an expensive one for more on the lines of a Zoom recorder. Kind of overkill for what I needed, and I've never owned one of those. Now they don't make it any longer. Maybe I can get one to use sometime, just real cheap, just for fun. Like I said, not that I need it. And then there's two connectors, one for headphones and one for the external microphone for the lavalier. But yeah, there you go. Just a fun teardown.